Hey there, I'm going to share a little bit of information about the Chalk Couture business opportunity tonight. So my name is Brenda Smith and I am a Master Couturier with Chalk Couture, which is the highest rank in the compensation plan. And there are only 4 of us in the company that have reached this level, so it's pretty amazing to be here. And I'm proud to say that all 3 of the other Master Couturiers are in my upline. So I'm in a great place in the company. I'm going to share a little bit about why you might be wanting to learn more about these products, this company, this team in particular, and why this is a perfect time to look at this as a business opportunity. So I want to start off first by telling you a little bit about myself. I've been in the direct sales industry for about 30 years off and on. My background is in elementary education and social work, which are great, rewarding professions, but they don't always pay the best. So I always dabbled in direct sales. It was just a way to make a little bit of extra money at Christmas time and things like that. And then about 6 years ago, I discovered how to take Facebook and use that with a direct sales business. And that just took everything to a whole new level. So that really became my specialty. And what I've been able to do with that since then, I've been able to leave my full-time job and do this as a full-time career. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about my background when I get to that part later, but that just gives you a little bit to start with. And that let me know, like when I was in the mid-90s, I was in a direct sales company that was one of the first ones. It'd been around, I don't know, they've been around 50 years, 60 years. And I realized then that if you could get into a company on the ground floor and you had a product that was new on the market, that's like the holy grail in the direct sales industry. That's what I was always looking for. And that's what I found with Chalk Couture. So if you've never heard the phrase category creating product, write that down because it's a big deal when you're looking at direct sales companies. What that means is when a company has brought something new to the market that literally wasn't on the market before. So yeah, there's been crafting supplies and there's been chalk, paint, and there's been stencils, but Chalk Couture brought this new thing to the market with this unique formula chalk paste and reusable silk screen transfers. That was something that wasn't on the market before. Now we also have added ink since then, and we have all kinds of different surfaces like canvas banners and shoulder tote bags and things like that. And they're always bringing new products out. But the fact that they brought something new to the market, that's really a big deal when you're looking at a direct sales company. You want something that people can't just go buy at the local store, or that there's not dozens and dozens of other direct sales companies already selling that type of product. That's one of the things that can make it really challenging. So we have a category creating product, and we have something that's really in demand right now. DIY experiences. That's what people are crazy for. These paint parties, super popular in my area, probably popular in your area. They call them wine and canvas, guided painting, whatever. I've done those. I'm not the best painter, but I did them and it was fun. I didn't care really how great the finished project was because I went and it was an experience to do something fun with my friends. Now, the cool thing with Chalk Couture is you don't have to be skilled at painting because the design is in the transfer, and so you're going to get a really nice design without having to be artistically talented yourself. You get to do the fun of figuring out the colors and the placement, but the design itself is going to come out awesome every time. So you still get the DIY experience, but you don't have to have all that artistic talent. So that's important, and that's just something people are wanting to do. They've done statistics and studies and surveys, and people are saying they are more interested in paying for an experience than they are just buying products. So we're able to do both. We're able to give people a product. They can take products home and do DIY bundles at home, or they can come to a workshop or a class. And there are so many different ways that you can sell these products. You can do these workshops and classes. You can do vendor shows. You can create finished products and sell them at craft shows. You can even sell finished products like in an Etsy store. Now, we can't sell our paste and transfers on an Etsy store, but you can sell your finished products. And not all direct sales companies will allow that. But Chalk Couture actually has their angel policy right inside their catalog saying that you are allowed to create things with those designs and sell them. So that's really cool that they allow that and provides another avenue of income. Just another thing you can do. You can do classes virtual, you can do Facebook parties. Now, I kind of shy away from using any language that is used in traditional direct sales companies because I feel like people are kind of tired of that model. So I try not to use words like host reward program or do you want to book a party? I just avoid that kind of language. I ask people, if you're interested in hosting a private party with your friends, let me know. You can get your project free or half price. So I just term things a little bit differently, and it's more attractive to people because I'm sort of following that model of the people that were doing those guided painting parties, and that's really popular and that has worked really well. But you have a lot of freedom in how you do it. Even the host reward program, it isn't dictated by the company. You have some freedom. You can honor they have like a suggested host reward program and you can use that, but you're also free to make your own. You're free to give more, less, whatever. So those things are all really, really important. High-end DIY home decor. That's the vision of the company. That's the direction that they've taken. And that is a hot commodity in our market right now. So it's perfect timing in the market. It's something that people want. And it was a category creating product, and it's a ground floor opportunity. So to me, that was the holy grail in direct sales, what I'd always been looking for. And even though I didn't really recognize that immediately, once I got in and started using the stuff that I knew to do with social media, and I saw how people responded, then I realized, okay, here we go. So the next thing I looked at is, what about the company? Because that was one of the things that would make me shy away from a ground floor company because maybe they're not stable. So I was happy to see that I got in. I sort of knew what to look for because of my experience in the industry. And the year before I found Chalk Couture, I was doing private coaching. So not only the companies that I've been part of, but I looked at comp plans from a lot of other companies and I coached people that were in other companies. So that really gave me a pretty broad perspective on what's out there and what is standard and what is sort of above standard. And I can tell you this is a top-notch company. That's what my opinion of all the different companies I've looked at. I have never seen a comp plan that pays 40% commission right out of the gate without having a minimum order. So some companies will offer that, but you have to order maybe, thousands of dollars to reach that tier. It's not where you start. Or you have to sell X amount of dollars before you get to that type of commission. This is the starting commission. As soon as you sign up as a Chalk Couture designer, you can log into your back office and order anything you want at your 40% designer price, 40% off the retail price. Now, if customers order on your website, you're going to earn a 25% commission, which is standard. So that's pretty normal. Some companies are 20%. 25% is pretty standard in the industry for a website order. You don't have to do anything except give them your link. And that's all replicated website, ready to go when you sign up. So, and not only that, the comp plan when you're team building, not everybody's interested in team building, but for those who are, this is really important because there are some things in some comp plans that make it difficult to really earn a good income as a leader. So one of those things is called breakaway, where in a lot of comp plans, if you're a leader and you help someone else become a leader, their volume breaks away and doesn't count as your team volume anymore. That does not happen with Chalk Couture's comp plan. Your team is always your team. Even if someone on your team passes you up, even if someone on your team advances to any level, it doesn't matter. Your volume on your team is always your volume. Your 3 levels of people, that always counts. So some of you have no idea what I'm talking about, but if you've ever been a leader, you'll understand what that means. So this is an important thing. This was one of the first things that I asked about when I was looking in the comp plan, because I found that in some companies, it becomes discouraging to help your team members advance because then it actually would be detrimental to the leader. So it's important that's not there. So I could tell that our comp plan was put together very carefully, and the people that are working at Chalk Couture, the staff, the president, the CEO, the CFO, these are people that were top people in the industry and know what they're doing. So there was the people that had the original idea with the company, but they hired a board to manage and run the company from top people in the industry. This is really important because you have to know when you're coming in, especially on a ground floor company, that it's stable. And they're debt-free, which is another thing that's really rare to find with a startup company, because a lot of times it's the debt that will take a company down. So Chalk Couture is debt-free. It's run by really qualified people. And these are all super important things when you're looking at a business, investing your time into building a business or a team, whether it's just your customers or you're building a team. These things are important because direct sales companies do shut down, and you have to know about the stability. This is just, really, really solid company. So other things that they've offered, they have an incentive trip, they have a national conference, they have a leadership conference. They are bringing out 2 full catalogs twice a year. And then in between those catalogs, they bring out a mini suite. So 4 times a year, you're getting new products, new transfers, sometimes new paste colors. I think those are usually like at the catalog releases. And then the in-between times, they're at least bringing out fresh new transfers for those seasons or holidays that are coming up. So that keeps your customers interested. It keeps your job interesting as a designer. It just keeps people excited about your business. It keeps your workshops fresh. These are important things. Now, some of the, details of it, people want to know, well, what's the minimum quota? Are there any monthly fees? So normally someone has spoken to a designer and gotten this information ahead of time, but I'll just touch on those things here just in case. It's $19.99 a month for the monthly designer fee. And with that, you get your back office with your 40% discounted ordering privileges, as well as a replicated customer website that's already done for you. Just go in there and plug in, your personal contact information that you want on there. And then you also get a $15 transfer every month. So we are just rolling out something called subscription boxes for customers. And so every month they can subscribe for a 3-month minimum, and they're going to get a surprise transfer and 3 single paste packets mailed to their home, free shipping for $20 a month. Now, as a designer, part of your designer membership, you're going to get that same transfer that's going out to the subscription customers. So it mails out to us the same month that it mails out to the customers. And that's just kicking off. So that's a cool thing. And then your minimum quotas are $150 per quarter. That's a really, really low minimum. That's $50 a month. And that's calendar quarter. So the first quarter that you enroll, there is no minimum quota that quarter, but it's calendar quarter. So that means January, February, March is the first quarter of the year, and then so on through the year. So whatever quarter you start, there is no minimum quota there. You'll roll over into the next quarter and you'll still be a designer. If you don't meet your quotas, they simply cancel your designer membership. I mean, there's no penalty. There's nothing bad that happens. They'll just cancel your designer membership. But that's a pretty low minimum in the industry. Most companies have a higher minimum than that. So that's the products. That's the company. And then finally, what do you get if you join on the Chalk Nation team? So I said I'd come back a little bit to what my background is. And I had done training on social media marketing. That's really my specialty. That's what I coached on when I had private coaches. I had people that would hire me to come and train their team on social media marketing, because you've probably seen there's a lot of people in direct sales that don't do it right. They're spammy and it turns people off. And one of the reasons some people won't join a direct sales company is they've seen their friends like spamming all over their Facebook wall, and they think they would have to do that in order to be in a direct sales company. And nothing could be further from the truth. That's actually what you don't want to do, is you don't want to spam your friends. There's a way that you can build a business without spamming your friends, and also without making that list of 100 people and calling everybody and asking them. So what I've done is I created a social media kickoff guide, and it's a way to kick your business off without having to make that list of, friends, relatives, whatever that frank list is, or a list of 100 people, and then calling all those people and asking them, basically, buy my stuff, book a party, join my team. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't have some friends you're going to want to call and say, hey, do you want to come over and help me kick off this chalk business, because it's going to be fun. But you're not dependent on that method to build your business. I created a social media guide using the stuff that I know with how social media works. And when you join the Chalk Nation team, your sponsor adds you to the team, and you have access to that social media guide, which gives you the exact process that I use, the exact video, the words, and an exact very specific process of how to use that video and those words to do one post on your personal wall and one post in a group. And what has happened, I mean, at least 99% of the time, it goes viral, and within 24 to 48 hours, you'll have 50 to 100 people in your community who have said, I want to know more about your products. I want to know about your workshops and classes you're going to be offering. So now you have a group that you can market your new business to, instead of having to depend on your friends and family and not having to spam Facebook or do anything like that in order to have a group of customers who are interested in your products. So that is something you only get. That's not something from Chalk Couture Corporate. That's something that I created that's only available if you join under the Chalk Nation team. So if you're watching this video, that means someone who is on the Chalk Nation team has this video and asked you to watch it. So you know you're going to be on the Chalk Nation team, and you're going to have access to that social media guide and that process. So I know that's good news to many people because they've tried direct sales before and they've had to do that list of 100, and that is not appealing to most people. So that's why we have a different way to do this. You attract people to you. You work with people who are interested in what you're doing. And once in a while, you share your projects or you go live from your personal wall. And even then, it's going to be well received because you're creating something. So your friends are interested to come and watch and see what you're making, as opposed to just posting pictures of products. Here's my website, go to my website. That really turns people off on social media. But people like to see things that you've made. People like to watch you make a project. So I just think it draws people in. It's a totally different kind of product than I've ever seen in the direct sales industry. So in 2017, I was looking for a company, and what I discovered is, even though I have been a top recruiter, a top team leader, and in multiple companies, I'd earned more than $10,000 a month, car bonuses, incentive trips, all that kind of stuff. I had the knowledge. I'd done coaching with people, and I still found that if you don't have the right product, you can have all the knowledge and still it's like, trudging through mud to try to make it work. So I was not able to make them work. I sold the products. I went to vendor shows. I did classes. I sold the products, but I couldn't really get any momentum with them because they were not the right product. They weren't products that people really wanted to buy. So I found that that really does make all the difference in the world. You've got to have the right compensation plan. You've got to have a product that people want. And then you need to have a leader who's going to give you a system to make all of that work together. So that's what you're going to get if you join Chalk Couture with these products in this company and you join on the Chalk Nation team. You're going to have that system and you're going to have that training and support. So all those things really do matter. And on top of that, on our team page, we do lots of fun incentives. I do a $100 product giveaway every month just for people that are doing workshops. They post a picture of their workshop, either the participants actually working on the activity or showing their finished projects at the end. So we do that, and then we give away, I've given away prizes like a $700 craft tower or a $100 phone stand, things like that that people can use in their business. So it's just kind of fun to make the business a little bit more fun and help people reach their goals. So those are all some of the things that you get. That's what makes this product stand out, this company stand out, and why joining on this team is so important. And last but not least, then you might wonder, well, why is now a good time to join? We're still a ground floor company, and they are opening up Canada. At this point in time, they're taking pre-registrations, and sometime soon that's going to become official. They can officially sign up. So that's a big deal. We are bringing out these subscription boxes where subscriptions are all the rage right now. I mean, lots of companies are doing them, the Fit Fab boxes. I've seen all these different things. So subscriptions are fun. It's like a mystery box you're going to get. It's fun, happy mail. And $20 a month, they're going to get a transfer and 3 single paste packets and instructions, of course. And it's a 3-month commitment, but I think these are going to be wildly popular. They're also coming up with something called a chalk box. These are going to be on our websites, and it's a complete kit that a customer can buy that's going to have a surface and a transfer and the paste and the instructions. So everything someone needs to make a project all in one box. So this is a big deal too. Those are going to have 3 different price points. These are rolling out. We've got our spring line is going to be launching here in February. more than, I think it was 128 new transfers. There's new surfaces, there's new paste and ink colors. We've got the spring season, vendor shows that are going to be springing up all over the place. So really couldn't be a better time to get involved with this company and get started and kick off your business. And so what I want to challenge you now is to actually make a decision. You heard the information. Your designer has probably already shared like some bullet points. If you haven't yet, go ask for that information. Look at a picture of the kit, see what's in there. And, it's really a time then to make a decision to say, you have the information. You have an idea of what you're going to get if you join, what's unique about this team and these products. And you really just, are you ready to do it now? Or are you ready to do it later? And usually, or do you just want to be a customer? You may decide, you know what, that monthly subscription sounds really cool and I really don't want to sell. I really don't want to do workshops. Then you might be happier just as a customer, and you talk to your designer and say, hey, how do I get signed up for that monthly subscription? Or how can I get one of those, chalk kits I want to try for customers? I want to try that. But if you want to have a business, if you're looking for a way to earn some extra income, this has completely changed my life. A year ago when I first looked at this, I didn't even have the money to buy the kit. So I was one of those people that, I want to do it, but I don't have the money. And so if that's you, I'm going to challenge you to be a person who's resourceful and find solutions instead of excuses. So I always say, Chalk Nation, it's a positive environment. And so if you don't like positive people, if you like to complain or you want to find excuses, you're not going to be happy in the Chalk Nation team. But if you're a resourceful person, if you are a can-do person, if you're a person that likes to meet a challenge head on and find, a way around it, then you're going to fit right in our team. And so you can be resourceful even if the thing that's holding you back is you don't have the $99 for the kit. That's where I was a year ago. And so what I did is I looked around my house and I found some things, some clothes, some household items, some essential oils, used and unopened, sold them on a buy-sell trade. I gave myself a 3-day deadline. I said, I'm going to come up with the $99 in the next 3 days. Found some stuff, posted on a local buy-sell trade group, and I had the money to get my kit. And I didn't even have any money to order any extra product or anything. I just had to do my first class. I set it up, collected payments, and then I took that money and ordered those supplies and ordered some extra supplies. And that's what I did for my first few classes until I had some extra money, and then I could start building up my supplies and my inventory. So that's what I did, starting with absolutely nothing, got my business started. And a year later, I have a team of more than 2,000. There's over 90 leaders on there. And my income, we're not allowed to, say what our income is. There's laws and rules against that. But what I can tell you is at the rank that I'm at, according to the comp plan structure, you have to be earning over $10,000 a month just from the bonuses that are paid on the comp plan. So without disclosing my own income, I can just say that I'm a master couturier, and on the comp plan, the master couturier, you have to have an executive couturier. You have to have 5 master mentor legs. And the 5 master mentor legs, the bonus that shows, it's a $2,000 bonus for every master mentor leg. So that's just kind of a starting range at that rank. But what my husband and I have been doing is planning, what are we going to do with this abundance of income? What are we going to do? Like, we have paid off all of our debt. Now we're starting to pay off our cars and houses. And, we're deciding, well, do we save up first and then pay off the house? Do we pay off the house? Which way do we want to fix things up? These are conversations I could not have dreamed of having a year ago. Would not have dreamed of it, because we were literally just scraping by, paycheck to paycheck, month by month, just like most of us live, or you just don't have money for those extra things that you think about doing. So it can totally change your life. I don't know how much money you'll make because I don't know how hard you'll work. I'm a super hard worker, and I'm the kind of person that if I don't have a skill, I'm going to go take a training and I'm going to learn that skill, and then I'm going to teach it to my team. So that has served me very well. And you're the only one that's in control of how many hours you work, what kind of skills you're going to develop if you're missing some of those skills, how much time you're going to be committing to it. So you hold it. But what I can tell you is you can make money right off profitable because you have a 40% commission. That puts you in profit immediately. You can sell the products and make your 40% up front on your classes or selling directly. And that if you build a team, the comp plan structure is there, and it pays very well for helping others how to be successful, how to learn how to be successful, for building leaders. This compensation plan pays really, really well for building leaders, better than any comp plan I've ever looked at. So that's just, you know, you have the information, you know what your goals are, you know, what kind of commitment you'd be willing to put into it. Maybe you'll make a little bit of money, maybe you'll make a lot of money. That's totally in your hands, but the products and the comp plan is there. So then I just encourage you to take that information, make a decision, decide if you're ready to sign up now and you want to jump on board now, or if you have to sign up later because you have to get the money or you have to wait till a paycheck or whatever, then let your designer know. Say, hey, I listened to that video, I heard all that stuff, and I'm going to sign up. You know, I'm giving myself a week to come up with the money, or I got to wait till my next paycheck, or whatever it is. But give them a specific date. Or if you just want to be a customer, let them know that you just want to be a customer, because we love our customers too. So thanks for listening, and I hope to see you soon on the Chalk Nation team group. Have a great day.